niya, parang car, tapos may mga holes siyang ganyan, pointed to the skies, tapos may mga rockets na lalabas, no? Tapos, pag may parating kasi masesense nila, and then ila-launch nila yung rocket, yung friendly rocket, and then dun sa skies, imamagnet niya yung destructive rocket, yung deadly rocket, and then they explode. Tapos yung mga debris, it will fall down, kaya kailangan pa rin mag-seek ng shelter. Ang isang Iron Dome, isang friendly rocket, costs around $250,000.
Oh my God.
Can you imagine that? So, we are burning money. And lucky naman ang Israel dahil around the world, maraming mga richest people. Maraming listed sa top 200 na richest people ay mga Israeli. And as a way of patronizing their country, they really give donation support to the country. So I work for a family, the richest family in Australia in 2010, although bumaba na sila, number 3 na lang yata ngayon. And they really, whenever they come here, the prime minister, the highest officials in Israel would come to their house to receive money. Millions ang binibigay ng yung dati kong boss.
Wow. Very generous.
Very rich. Imagine ang rich. When you work for them, they are actually very, very nice. Pero who makes it difficult, yung downlines, yung mga alalay, yung mga managers, mga bosses, they're very strict. And pagpupunta halimbawa yung matanda at saka yung anak niya, they don't come in the same plane. They have their own planes and in separate planes. Okay? Because if something happens, ayaw nila na sila maging victims.
Nice.
And yung mga paintings na lang nila sa bahay, mga milyones. And before I got hired, nag-undergo ako ng polygraph. And I passed the polygraph. Kaya, lucky din tayo.
Yeah.
Kasi there are two ways paano mong mai-pass yung polygraph eh. It's either you are really an honest person or you are a professional liar. Saan ako doon?
Professional liar.
Hindi, pagbigyan mo talaga yung
Kalahati lang ako.
Bagsak ka nun. Pag gano'n.
Hindi rin ako alis dahil marami naman ako lalaki.
Ang gawin mo doon, i-declare mo.
Declare, yes.
Hindi mo na yan.
Siyempre, ang nakaw ka na ba? Eh, sinabi kong oo.
Pag-ibig ng may iniibig.
Diba? Meron bang taong hindi nakapag... Kasi ang question dun eh, have you ever picked something like a pen or anything unconsciously? Eh, syempre sabi ko, oo.
Oh, honest. Kaya,
Diba?
yeah, kahit...
Ang asal ko nun, no, hindi ko po sa ninakaw pag-ibig. Kaligayahan nila.
Ganun yun. Pero ngayon hindi na required ang mga polygraph daw. It's not good kasi may mga taong nervyoso lang. Kaya bumabagsak sila. Kaya hindi yun nabasehan. Basta pumasa ako.
Yeah. It's nice.
And doon pala, we were trained kasi na-train ako maging first class na waitress. When the Prime Minister comes, like yung mga officials, President, when they come, isa ako sa mga nagsiserve. And they always have a closed door party or meeting, dinner, ganon. We were trained na we enter the room and we don't hear anything. They are talking pero it's like wala kaming narinig, wala kaming naintindihan. Now we are traveling via the Ayalon Road. Yung dito, on the other side, meron dyan stream. Hindi makikita, pero that stream comes from the slopes of Jerusalem and it falls to the Hayarkon River going to the Mediterranean Sea. This is is actually the busiest road dito sa Israel. Around 2,000 cars are passing through this road every day.
Wow.
Kasi maliit lang naman ang Israel eh. Unlike dun sa Dubai daw na 7 lanes ba ang inyong road? 8? Very wide.
Wide talaga.
Dito, kung napansin nyo, very heavy na yung traffic dahil nga sa railroad construction going on. Dahil magkakaroon na ng metro in Tel Aviv. Pero in 2028 pa maging operational. Sana ma-finish nila on time. And sabi kahapon is some traffic. In a way.
Siguro.
Yung ating, nakapag-train na kayo from Jerusalem to Tel Aviv, right? Palang yan na trip. Oo, because it shortens the travel time from 10 minutes to 33 minutes. Oo. And kung nakita nyo, it was going into tunnels, diba? Into tunnels. Because what they did, pag 30 kilometers away ka from Jerusalem, binutas-butasan nila yung mga Judean mountains. Okay, Samaria Mountain, basta yung mga mountains doon, Jerusalem Mountain, para makapass through yung train without having to go up and down. At saka para mas mabilis yung speed. Dahil, if they shave off yung mountain, in few years time, kung ano nakasulat sa books, iba na. When people come, they would see, hindi na mountain, di ba? Natapyas na yung mountain.
Yeah.
So, yun na yun rin yung magandang method na ginagawa ngayon. Binubutasan na lang yung mga budbudok para ma-preserve pa rin. And, yung Iron Dome na sinasabi ko, kailangan nila ng malawak na area para. So, to the left, ayan, may open area dyan. Dyan nang gagaling yung Iron Dome that protects Tel Aviv and the neighboring cities here, towns. And I live actually on the other side. Dito, maya-maya sa housing. Dito sa may residential area. Dito na part dyan kami nakatira naman. And now you cannot see, there is a hill in the left side ahead of us. A hill, it used to be the garbage dumping site of Tel Aviv. Kung meron tayong Smoky Mountain, parang Smoky Mountain. Hindi yung closer, yung doon pa, a little bit farther, tapos parang may mga trees. I don't know if you can see it. Dati nakikita yun, pero may wall ng pinild dyan sa gitna. Lately lang yung wall na yan. And in 1990s, nagkaroon ng big problem because of the bad smell coming from that mountain because of the decaying garbage. Malapit na kasi yan sa airport, so ang ginawa kasi yung mga maglalanding ng mga plane, diba? Bumababa sila and there are a lot of birds scavenging for food and nagiging threat sa mga naglaland na airplanes dahil baka makapasok sa engine. So ang ginawa, i-minove na lang nila ang dumping site dun sa desert, Negev Desert, and this is being transformed into the biggest national park of Israel. Partly operational na. Dito sa Israel, we have a lot of towns na actually, ang mga towns classified may isang town, may mga towns na both Arabs and Israelis are living together peacefully. Meron din yung nakadesignate na Jewish lang ang nakatira. Meron din yung mga Arabs lang ang nakatira. El Al, the carrier ng flag carrier ng Israel, yung plane na lumipad. And we see to the right, this is Bedagan. This is one, this is a site name na mentioned, given to one tribe of Israel. 12 tribes, you know? Isa ito, mentioned in the Bible. And the people here, during the war, all fled umalis sila, lumaya sila, iniwan nila yung mga houses nila. They have the keys, and after the war, they cannot come back anymore because this was given to the Jews. Meron din naman yung mga towns later on like Ramle, Ashdod, the people did not flee. Hindi sila tumakas. So, they are now living peacefully with the Jews. In Haifa, mixed yun. May mga Arabs, may mga Jew. Mamayang gabi siguro mag-walking kayo dun sa Jaffa, sa may clock tower. Nakapunta na. Yun po yung old city built by the second son of Noah, si Japheth. Yes, and that is the city. Yes po. And sa taas, that is the port where Jonah he was escaping from God because God sent him to go to Nineveh to preach to the Gentiles, and he didn't want, it was against his will, so he went to the port of Jaffa para mag-sail into Tarshish, pero mag-sail siya, no? And then nagkaroon ng strong storm, and they had to know, nag-cast sila ng lots para malaman kung sino ang cause ng storm, and it was found out that it was. So they asked him, what have you done? And he said, okay, throw me into the sea. So they threw him into the sea, and then a big whale, a big fish, swallowed him, and after 3 days, 3 nights, staying in the bottom of the belly of the fish, he was vomited doon na sa tabing dagat. Doon po nangyari. Yes, ang ganda, di ba? Doon yun sa Jaffa, puntahan nyo.
Kaya.
Walang significance ng tao, yung clock.
Yung clock tower ng po yan, 1905 po na-build yan to celebrate the 25th reign ng Sultan that time, si Abdelhamid II pala. Yes. And he built 8 clock towers. One was in the Jaffa Gate in Jerusalem, but during the British Empire, it was removed kasi ayaw nila yung signature ng Ottoman Empire dun sa Holy City. So, tinanggal. Pero yung clock tower na yun, yeah. Sign ng Ottoman yun. And, okay, nakikita nyo to the left, yung tower, clock. Yung tower na yan, hindi yan clock. Tower ng airport yan eh. Ano tawag kasi yan? Control tower, yeah. Yung sister ko nag-work sa control tower ng Manila.
Wow.
Sa atin. Second siya sa rank. She started from the lowest position, makyat, engineer din.
Yeah. Sila yung may mataas na sahod.
So, Ben Gurion Airport is the second international. Dalawa kasi yung international airport ng Israel. This is the first one. It used to be Lod International Airport, but when the first Prime Minister of Israel died in 1973, this was named after him. And the other airport is in Eilat, in Ramon Airport. Doon ginanap sa Eilat yung Miss Universe.
Wow.
Andun si Bea ba? Bea?
Yeah,
Yung
Catriona,
maganda.
yes.
Catriona.
Hindi
Ay, si
hindi-
Pia, Porch back.
Beatrice. Yeah,
Yung
Beatrice.
bago.
Ay, yung Bisaya.
Ang cute niya, no? Huwag niyong sabihin sa mga makikijoin mamaya na may guiding tayo, ha? Baka sabihin nila nalugi sila. Hihingi sila ng ng change. So, kung kanina, I showed you yung Ayalon stream, we are going to enter the Ayalon Valley. Okay, anong significance ng Ayalon Valley? If you remember that this land was promised to the Israelites, right? So after the Exodus, led by Moses, when they came here, hindi na pinayagan si Moses na makapasok dito sa Promised Land as punishment for breaking the Ten Commandments, di ba? So he stayed in Jordan, dun sa,
Ano na yung mountain doon?
I will tell you, Nebo Mountain sa may Jordan. So the tribe was led by Joshua. And when they came to the Promised Land, it was not actually waiting for them. There are tribes in different cities. So Joshua had to defeat the kings of those tribes para maging kanila yung Promised Land. And over here is the Valley of Ayalon. Andito na tayo sa Valley of Ayalon. He chased the 5 kings and padilim na nun. So pag maging madilim na, hindi na niya ma-pursue yung mga kings. So he ordered the sun to stand the west and the moon that was rising to stand still on the valley of Ayalon para ma-finish niya yung pagkahabol sa mga kings. And it did. For 24 hours, nag-stand still yung moon dito sa valley of Ayalon. Can you imagine?
Wow.
Yes. The forest that you see ahead of us, this is a recreational forest planted by the JNF, hindi yan natural. Kasi nga, desert naman ang Israel, pero they tried to make it green. If you look to the right, ayun may mga chimneys doon. Kita nyo yon. Kung meron tayong Baknotan cement factory sa Pangasinan, dito meron silang Nesher Cement Factory. It's been operating for more than 80 years. And etong plantation dito sa baba, sa right side, ano yan? Grapes. Because, yes, grapes yan.
Wow.
Kasi product ng lower Judea Hills is grape wine also. Although, nung nagpunta tayo sa Cana, di ba, okay rin yung wine nila. Yung mga nakataste dyan. Hindi naman bumili daw.
Nag-taste lang pa yung
Dahil
taste.
sa souvenir. Muntik na sana yun eh. Alam ko na sana masarap na wine nasa Armenia.
Armenian.
Naalala nyo kahapon na nag-detour ito para daanan natin yung naiwan ni Juanita sa hotel niya, di ba? Di, wala nang kasabi-sabi to. Tapos nung pumasok na si Juanita, sabi nito, joke lang walang ma-offend. Naiintindihan ni Juanita eh. Sabi nito, gusto ko siyang itapon. Sabi niya, akala ko naman isang bagahe. Yan lang pala yung maliit lang na bottle.
Oh dear.
I thought it's a big luggage. Sabi ko, it's her sabi niya.
Gusto ko siya itapon.
Oo, umakyat si Juanita, hawak-hawak niya sa kamay niya yung maliit na bottle. Parang, is it worth it yung ikot natin?
Sila sa freeway, naghahanda na. Ako sila ng tour, mga skyways,
Yes.
left and right.
Yes.
Malapit na.
Malapit na. Kasi parating na yung mga maraming tourists. Kailangan na ng mga ganyan na highway. If you look to the left, makita niyo yung bridge doon sa malayo. To the left, ayun, ahead of us. Yun yung last part ng railway na exposed, and then the train would go in and out sa mga mountains. So you can see pinutasan yung Judea Mountain. Hindi natin makita from here, pero somewhere to the right side, andyan yung Tel Gezer. Ano siya? It was a gift to King Solomon for marrying the Pharaoh's daughter from Egypt. Kasi during the time, this was under Egyptian Empire, and then yung Jerusalem under ni King David, under ni King Solomon, and it was gifted to King Solomon, yung Tel Gezer. Here we can see very yun, fast to the left, may building. You can know it's not visible. There is actually a hidden building there, a monastery of the silent monks. Pumunta kami doon, ang ganda ng garden, in between the groves, in between the pine trees. Tapos it's very quiet. They are always contemplating. Silent monks, yes, they are not talking. Parang ganun lang. Whispering. In that way daw, they feel the presence of God. When you are quiet, you feel the presence of God daw. And to the right, makikita nyo ang laki-laking, ang lawak na forest, no? It's planted by the JNF. Mga trees na yan. Hindi yan natural. Now, papasok tayo sa sinasabing Sha'ar Haggai, the gate to the valleys. Meron ditong two hills on either sides of the road. Mapapansin nyo. Wait. Wala pa. Mamaya sabihin ko. Pero anyway, yung Sha'ar Haggai, there are two valleys on either sides of the road. Tapos na ganyan, during the war, yung mga terrorists, yung mga rebels na Arabs, they position themselves on both mountains, and lahat ng passing vehicles, kasi may convoy nun ng mga Israeli forces para magbigay ng supply sa mga Israeli sa Jerusalem, because Jerusalem during that time became part of Jordan. And then kasi pag convoy na ganyan, tapos na-hit yung una na tangke or military truck, anong mangyari? Lahat hindi na makapass through, di ba? So ganun ang ginawa nila, kaya ang dami-daming namatay dito na part. Ayun yung mga mountains na yan, diyan nangyari. And over, if you see the white small building over there, structure, it's a khan. Kasi, you see this one to the right? Maliit lang siya, yes. Ito, Sha'ar Haggai, Khan Sha'ar Haggai, meaning, dyan nag-stop over kasi during those days, they travel to Jerusalem on a camel, donkey, di ba? And hindi naman pwedeng from Tel Aviv diretso hanggang Jerusalem. They have to stop over. So ayan, look to the left. Ayun yung wall. Makita nyo may mga linings.
Yes.
May yung iba talagang naka-elevate siya ng 45 degrees, 60 degrees. Yan is recorded na movements of the ground, di ba? So, meaning, ano nangyari? Bumagsak. Di ba dati flat siya, tapos nung bumagsak, nag-tilt over, tilting of the mountain. Kita nyo, dito ngayon, makikita nyo. Ayan, to the left. Ayan naka-elevate sila. Dati flat yan kasi ang pagpapile up naman ng mga
noon. Ang monetization.
instead na horizontal, naging elevated because nag-tilt over yung ground.
Before ka mag-drive dito.
Ayan, pang mga to. Because of some earthquake, tectonic activities. Kita nyo, very obvious, di ba?
Meron mga layer by layer.
Yeah. Ito yung Sha'ar Hagay na sinasabi ko. They positioned yung mga rebels on dito sa both sides